I hope everyone's doing well out there, wherever you are in this beautiful planet Earth. How's everybody doing out there? I was just, I was on a call that made me think about this, starting at zero. Because it's like when people look at successful people in network marketing, they see them as having all the advantages when they started. It's a common thing, right? Hey, Zero. It's raining, man. That's the one thing I love about this cabin here is it's got this, as you can see, this roof right over. Yeah, right over there, and there's the grills and all that. You can grill out, and the rain doesn't disrupt. There's the game room in the background, and it doesn't disrupt the party. It's perfect. Really is. Hey, John. What's up, Miami? Man, good to see you. So anyway, so people look at successful people thinking they started with all the advantages, that they had something special to start with and all that. And so, one thing somebody asked me to jump on a Zoom call with a prospect, and I said, sure. And jumped right on, and I said, I want you to understand something here, okay? When I got started, before I went full-time in network marketing, okay, I was out doing janitorial work at night. That's what I was doing. So that was almost 29 years ago, almost 3 decades ago. For the last 3 decades, I've been living off residual income. Yeah. Hey, Benjamin, good to see you. 3 decades living off residual income, meaning I don't need a job, meaning I own my own life. Now, to me, that's the very definition of the American dream, and despite the fact, I heard somebody say, who stole the American dream? The IRS. Okay. Hey, there's no question about it. That was a big change because there was a time that people really didn't pay much on taxes at all. So you could keep a lot of your wealth. But despite of the fact that I do pay a lot of taxes, and I've got friends who pay a lot of taxes. They're very wealthy people anyway. It doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, look at that rain. Now it's coming down. Whew. So the point being that you can experience the American dream in America still today, despite the fact we got crazy people in government and things like that. Radical thinkers, whatever. Despite it all, the entrepreneurial spirit is very much alive here in the United States. Network marketing is very strong here in the United States. But going back to this call that I had, is that, like I told that woman, I said, I used to do cleaning jobs at night. So in other words, this is something important for all of you to keep in mind when you start making decent money, good money in network marketing. There's an old saying out there, when you forgot where you came from, you're on your way back. I love that. When you forgot where you came from, you're on your way back. So, and again, what I also say this many times, you might have heard me say this: sell the rain, not just the sunshine. Dolly Parton, famous country music songwriter, singer, recording artist, is from this county here. This is where she grew up. And she has Dollywood, she has Dolly's Dixie Stampede, so this is her home, okay? She loves it here. Anyway, but Dolly says you cannot have the rainbow without the rain. I love that. And so it's so true. You see that rain out there, okay? So if I had any yard projects, they're not happening now, okay? But the good thing about this is I don't have to water anything now. So everything is perspective, right? But so going back to this person, like what I was telling her, and this is what when I prospect people, talk to people, I don't want to overplay my successes or overly talk about how great things are. They're in my life. They're going to know if they look at my Facebook page or my Instagram account. They're going to know that I'm doing okay, right? Doing very well. But what I like to talk about is the struggles. Ray Higdon has said that too in some of his trainings, Hey, if you want to win people over, talk about the struggles. If you want to keep people, keep retention in your downline, talk about the struggles. That's right, talk about the struggles. It's really great because I illustrated this on a previous call. It's like a guy signs up in the Marines, right? He's going to go to where? Boot camp. He's going to go to boot camp. And so the guy that signed him up said, "You're really going to love boot camp. So you're shipping out tomorrow." Okay. He goes to boot camp. He lands at this exotic place, right? And there's all these girls in the bikinis and all that, and they got margaritas in their hands. And then as you're getting off the plane, he's handed a margarita, and then there's a really nice vehicle there to take him right to the beach where they've got food ready, man, and everything, man. Oh my gosh, man. And he's going, "This is boot camp? Oh my gosh, I love this, man. Man, girls in bikinis, and we got margaritas and food and this beautiful ocean and beach. And man, I tell you what, I sure am glad I signed up for the Marines. This is totally awesome, man. This is boot camp." And so for a week we go through that, man. We just have a good time. A week. And then after that, being shipped off somewhere. And next thing you know, they end up somewhere, Iraq, Afghanistan, who knows. And next thing you know, the bullets and bombs are going off everywhere. And they're going like, "What? What's going on? What's going on? Wait a second. Where's the margaritas? Where's the girls in the bikinis? Where's the, they didn't tell me it was going to be like this." That's how most people introduce people to network marketing. The margaritas, the bikinis, and the beaches. Right. And then when they go through adversity, what do? They didn't tell me it was going to be like this. Yeah, they didn't sell the rain with the sunshine. They only want to talk about the rainbow, the sunshine, and all that. How great it's going to be, how awesome it's going to be. They don't prepare them. So that's what I was doing just a little bit ago. I was preparing somebody. Because that way when they go through it, they'll say, "Well, you know what? He said it was going to be just like that. It was going to be bullets and bombs, but if I stuck with it, man, I'd make a fortune. I can handle the bullets and bombs. I can do it. I'm tough, man." Because he even went through it. Oh my gosh, I remember his stories, his struggles. Man, the guy was broke. He had to sell a junk truck to get started, just to raise some money. Sold his truck to a junkyard. Put $200 in his business. That's how he got started. Man, gosh, couldn't pay his bill. Had his own truck repossessed by the bank. Had to borrow a car from somebody just to get around. Had his utilities turned off. Oh my gosh. Bullets and bombs, bullets and bombs. Yeah, that's right. Sell the rain. Sell the rain. So the thing is, and I told her, I said, everyone starts at zero, which is the theme of this video, right? Everyone starts at zero. I started at zero. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money. What does Tony Robbins say? When you don't have resources, get resourceful. And then I noticed in my driveway, I had a junk truck that I could sell to a junkyard. That's resourceful. You know, somebody asked me the other day to pay her way in. I said, oh, I would never disrespect you. I would never disrespect you that way. Pay your way in? Oh, no, I would never dishonor you that way. What? What do you mean by dishonor? Because it's not yours. You didn't do it. Somebody did it for you. Next thing you're going to want me to do is build your business for you too. No, you have to have skin in the game. This has to be you. And then you're going to have pride about it. Because when somebody asks you how you got started, well, this guy paid my way in. Oh yeah, good for you, man. I don't have anybody doing that for me. You going to pay my way in? Oh no, I'm not going to pay your way in. Yeah, so anyway, I told her, I said, sell some junk. Sell some junk. You want it bad enough, you will do it. And when you do that, then I promise you, you're going to work hard because it costs you something. If it didn't cost you something, you're not going to do anything. Everybody starts at zero. Everybody starts at zero. I started at zero. But now a lot of people, when they start network marketing, they got money or they got a job, right? I got, what, $400? No problem, man, I'm in, something like that. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. It was bullets and bombs and rain, okay? And so that was the thing. And I went through boot camp the way boot camp is, right? So I'm just saying I was prepared and my trials, my experiences, everything I went through prepared me. And so the thing is, everyone starts at zero in the sense that, they sometimes they just don't know where to go with this. Just be careful not to overwhelm them with too much information. That's the worst thing you can do. The worst thing you can do. Just teach them a few simple things. Let them know about your product that's driving your business. Let them know the action steps they need to take just to make some money. And then also train them not to post on Facebook about their company or their products because they're putting their whole warm market on red alert that they just joined one of those. And then their friends, are not going to be answering their phone calls. And yeah, so it's just a few basic things you do. Protect them, help them, get started. Once they start making money, they're in. They're in. You got them for a lifetime. I know. I've been, the company I'm in now, I've been in 22 years, going almost 23 years now. 22 years. So think about that. And matter of fact, a lot of people are very shocked when when I've been at Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery, I've spoken at that event, Ray Higdon's Rank Makers events, I've spoken at those events. But when people meet me from various companies, they're like, you've been in a company 22 years? How do you do that? I even had a six-figure earner ask me that. How do you do that, Jeff? I said, very simple. I stayed with the company. If you stay somewhere long enough and you work it long enough, you will get rich. If you hop around from this company to that company like a grasshopper, you will never get rich because you're playing it like the lottery. You're treating it like Las Vegas. Yeah, if I can just roll the dice, I could hit the big one this time. Or it's like a guy, when I was with my son the other day, we saw a guy coming out of a store. He bought several lottery tickets. His hands were full of lottery tickets. I said, wow, look at that. Look at that. And yet he could join and get involved in network marketing, introduce it to a few, who introduce it to a few, who introduce it to a few, and he's in some serious money. It's just that simple. It really is. But again, people complicate it because they think you have to be special. And that's the other thing too. Be careful about the way you promote yourself. Because I know there's some social media rock stars in network marketing, but frankly, you can't duplicate that. You can't duplicate that. People can't duplicate that because a lot of those people are spending tens of thousands of dollars every month to promote their books, their trainings, their whatever. They'll do the glamour Hollywood shots, and everyone's thinking, hey, if I just do that on Facebook, if I just do some videos, if I just do some pictures, if I just show up, look like Hollywood, then I'll be successful. That's That's the margarita. The margaritas on the beach, the girls in the bikini, and you're looking at the waves, and that's the way they're being trained today. And then after that, it's bullets and bombs. They said, wait a second. How come it's not happening for me like it is for them? Well, you don't know the story. You don't know the story. So the thing about it is, I want you to understand this, that everyone starts at zero in terms of how we get started. I remember the day I signed up, and I told that to this lady today. I said, you know, the day that I signed up, I didn't have a downline. I know you're laughing. You're saying, of course you didn't have a downline. Well, I know, but I want you to understand, most people think top earners never start at zero. I remember the day I did, my application and said, oh gosh, okay, bullets and bombs. What the heck? Let's just do it, man. Let's just do it. That's right. And then I'll tell you that. And then when I'm getting going, my first 90 days, going from 8 to faint, 8 in the morning till I faint every day. Why? Because I want to get momentum established. I want to get some speed established. I know if I'm going to get the money coming in, I've got to create some speed. And not just for me, it's going to be the people I bring in. They're going to match my speed. If I'm going slow, they're going slow. So, and I'll promise you, it's much harder to go slow than it is fast. Fast is much easier. And I just wanted to get it done. And that's what I did. So that was the thing. And so again, starting from zero, I had to make those phone calls. You mean you actually talked to people, Jeff? You didn't copy, paste, and spam like everyone else? No, I didn't do that. I actually reached out to real people. They heard a real voice, and they heard my real voice. And we actually had a relationship. Maybe not a deep relationship. I knew their name, they knew my name. Hello, how are you? And I wanted to see if they were open to looking at something that may or may not be for them, and it's okay if it's not. No pressure. And that was it. Pound that phone. And that's what I did. 90 days, I had 800 people in my downline. 90 days, my check was over $5,000 a month. You know what that meant? I was living off residual income. You know what that meant? After 90 days, I've been part-time ever since for the last 22 years. Part-time. I want you to understand that, because it was funny. I just this morning was talking to a man who was a vacation rental property that I own. And I was over by the cabin and I saw him and I said, hey, so you checking out tomorrow, huh? Well, nice to have you. And he says, what do you do? And I said, network marketing. Are you familiar with it? He said, no. Now, friends, isn't that funny? How long has network marketing been in the United States, right? I would say he's probably, he's probably mid-40s. Or early 40s. I better say early because he might see this video. Anyway, so he said, no, I don't know network marketing. I said, Amway? No, never heard of Amway. I thought, oh my gosh, don't any of you people ever talk to me about saturation, okay? I don't even want to hear it, okay? It's a myth. Saturation is a myth. All the critics will say, hey, you can't get in these companies and sustain any lasting income because eventually it's going to be saturated, right? Oh, that is so much bull. Babies are being born every day. New generations coming every day. And here's somebody in their 40s and never heard of Amway. I'm like, okay, never heard of Amway. Where do you go with this? Okay. And then it was one of those things. Hey, I like the product, love the product, enrolled, so I can buy it at wholesale. And I found out if I introduce it to other people, I get paid on their orders. And if those people introduce it to other people, then I get paid on their orders too, no matter how big that becomes. And yeah, for the last 22 years, I've never needed a job. I just live off residual income. Yeah, that's what I do. Now, I didn't say my company. I didn't say anything about my product. I didn't say how much money I made. But you ought to have seen his eyes. You should have saw his eyes. He says, do you have a business card? No. But I'm in Facebook. I said, you know what? Just do a search on my name. You'll find me. Just reach out to me. I'll send you some links, okay? You take a look at it. I'm going to tell you, I sell the rain. I don't talk about my successes, you know. I mean, obviously he knew I was doing okay. I was doing okay. He doesn't know how okay I'm doing, and I don't need to tell him how, you know, because again, it's not believable anyway. So the thing is, I'm saying, because I play it low, but I also like to open people's minds to residual income. Matter of fact, that's what I told that lady today. Everyone starts at zero. And I want you to understand that I've been living off of residual income now for almost 3 decades. Almost 3 decades ago, I sold a junk truck just to get started because I was at zero. I had no money. And the last 3 decades, I've lived off residual income. Had the most incredible life, traveled the world, lived in different countries. Amazing. Met my wife in Taiwan. So, you know, the thing about it is, when you talk to new people, sell the rain, sell the bullets and bombs, prepare them, that's all. I'm not saying don't talk about the sunshine, the rainbow, do that. They need to know the upside. They need to know the downside. You got to prepare them, because then they'll stay with you. Like a lot of my leaders around the world have stayed with me. They'll stay with you because you were there, you know, and I'm still there. I mean, I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning doing a Zoom call last night. Woke up early this morning to do a Zoom call, do another one. So the thing is, I'll be there, I'll support. And that's the thing. And if they know that, if they got that reassurance, then starting at zero doesn't bother them either. Because everybody starts at zero. That's what I told her. Every top earner, you think about it. When they signed up, they did not have a downline. They were at zero. They had to start with somebody, had to make that phone call, had to reach out to somebody to get them to look at what they're doing. Everybody starts at zero. It's where do you want to go from there? Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself? Because guess what? You got to see yourself first. If you're ever going to be there, you got to act out in faith, believe out in faith. It's like what the Bible says, you know, that faith is the assured expectation of things hoped for. That's what Paul wrote. The assured expectation of things hoped for. It's like it's a reality, but there's no physical evidence to prove it yet, right? It's like when I was broke after I sold that junk truck and got started, and I would go down Dream Street where all the rich people lived, all those beautiful houses, and I walked down through those neighborhoods and I look at these houses. I was as broke as could be. And I said to myself, you know what? Yeah, this is the way it's going to be. And this is how my life's going to turn out. The house with the pillars, yeah. I'm going to have a house like that. The rose gardens, perennial gardens, yeah. And I'm going to have a gardener too. The Mercedes in the driveway, I'm going to put a BMW next to it. In 18 months, I was there. In 18 months, I was there. I can still tell this story with passion. Why? Because it's just as real to me today as it was back then. Again, if you don't remember where you came from, you're on your way back. But I can feel it, and I can still see it. Some call that attraction marketing. What you think about most is what you attract. There's a lot of truth to that. A lot of truth to that. So again, very important to understand that we act out of faith. We live out of faith. We believe in it before it's actual physical reality. But you got to believe it first. If you don't believe it, you can't do it. You can't do it. And you need to do it. And you need to teach your people that. Again, it didn't happen overnight. I was cleaning floors at night. And then I was going out during the week, and a lot of times on the weekends, doing meetings. I can remember calling a woman saying, hey, get all your fat lady friends and get them to that restaurant in that free room and let's do a meeting. We joke about it. We joke about it back then, you know. It's because back almost 3 decades ago, I was in a weight loss company and all. That's what I always tell: get your fat lady friends and get them in that free room. And we didn't complicate it either, because I remember I used to complicate it. You know, I want to explain the compensation plan and all that, and a lady there, she just jumped up and said, "Well, let's just cut to the chase here, and get your hands up. Who's in? Who's out? If you're out, you can leave. If you're in, get your hands up. I'll get your applications. Let's get your orders filled out now." Yeah, that's right. Again, everybody starts at zero. You know, and I did it more than once back then, 3 decades ago in that company, 22 years ago in another. I did not bring a downline over. I did not bring a downline over. Everybody scattered, went different directions. And I had to start all over again. Looking at a list, looking at that 10,000 pound phone, and saying, oh gosh, bullets and bombs, bullets and bombs, bullets and bombs. Okay, what the heck? Let's just screw it. Let's do it. You know? And then 90 days later, 800 people. 90 days later, an income for the rest of my life. 22 years ago. That's right. And after 90 days, I've been part-time ever since. Think about it. Think about it. Everybody starts at zero. So it's been fun. Hey, Jesse, sweetie, good to see you. It's been fun, everybody. Jess, you have to catch up on this video later. It's been fun being with all of you, and I just want to give you a shout out from over here. And now it's starting to, do you know why they call these the Great Smoky Mountains? Because after a rain, they smoke. That's right, these suckers smoke. Take a look. They're starting to smoke now. They're just really getting started, but they're going to keep smoking. And you're going to see, you see the mist over there? See, yeah, there you go. There's some smoke. You know what that is over there? That's bears over there having an opportunity meeting. They're all talking about how they're going to get to the next rank position. They're dogging one another. But that's what you see right there. So everyone, have a great day. Whatever you do, do it with passion. I love all you guys. Take care.